Should you get a PlayStation 5 at launch? Let's chat about that.
Anybody on mic?
What is up, chat friends? Welcome to another episode of In-Game Chats, where we talk all new gaming news commentary. And today I want to kind of talk about should you get a PlayStation 5 at launch, and why, specifically why I think you shouldn't. Now, I know it's a very personal decision. I mean, some people want it right away when it launches, and some people are fine with waiting. And so I just kind of want to give my perspective and my reasoning as to why this time around I think you should wait on getting a PlayStation 5. So again, if you really want to get it at launch and you got a pre-order, lucky guy, if you got a pre-order, then you definitely, should get it at launch. That's a personal decision, but I just wanted to bring up my own reasoning for it. So part of that was that I wasn't able to get a pre-order, sure, and if you were the one lucky ones to get one, then awesome. But other than that, other than the fact that I wasn't able to get a pre-order, I kind of asked myself, do I want this as much as usual? Couldn't get a pre-order, but even if I could, I asked myself, is it even worth getting a PlayStation 5 at launch? Now, don't get me wrong, new hardware, a new console launch is exciting. And this is a next generation system. It's not just, a PS4 Pro. This is, faster loading times, 4K graphics. This is a next generation system and launch. And that is exciting. But there's a difference between when the PS4 launched to right now the PS5 launching. And that has a lot to do with kind of the software that's releasing with it, right? Because I was super excited when the PS4 was dropping and I refreshed my browser, made sure to get one at launch. And I love my launch PS4. It's amazing. And the experiences, the games that came with it were truly next generational. And you couldn't get them anywhere else. You had Killzone, a bunch of other amazing exclusives that were only made for the PlayStation 4. But now with the PlayStation 5, you have a lot of the games, many of the games, that are either also available on the PlayStation 4 or the previous generation, or they're not here yet. They're promised experiences that are going to come at a later time, like the next God of War, or any of the Horizon, the Horizon sequel that's going to come around. And now you could say, oh well, there's Miles Morales is coming to the PlayStation 5. Well, it is, but it's also coming to PlayStation 4, and it's, to be honest, it's just a prettier experience. And yes, it loads faster. The web slinging is faster thanks to the SSD, and that's great. That it enhances some minor details to it. But is that really enough? Ask yourself this honest question: if that's really enough, if it just being prettier and loading a little faster, is that enough to buy a new console at this present time? And to me, my answer to that is I don't think I would. Don't get me wrong, if I were able to get a pre-order, then I definitely would love to have it because it's a new hardware. But this time around, I'm not as upset that I can't get one at launch. I feel like I can wait a little longer until those experiences start to come around to really truly get out of it, that next generation 4K and faster loading speeds. And a lot of the experiences and things that you play now, a lot of the games, I think, if you play Rainbow Six or Overwatch, Call of Duty, even the new Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, that's going to be available on both systems. So if you are still in this current generation's ecosystem, you're going to have those experiences, available on both the new system and this system. So is it really enough to drop down, those hundreds of dollars at this time? And to me, I would say it's not ready yet. You can wait for those experiences. You can kind of, when those new truly next generation titles start to come around, like the next God of War, like the next Horizon, and hopefully we get a true Spider-Man sequel, Spider-Man 2, that's completely built from the ground up for next generation. Those are going to be amazing experiences. But just kind of ask yourself, is it truly worth getting and buying into this new ecosystem just for prettier graphics and a little bit faster load times? Is that enough? And well, you could argue, oh, well, there are experiences coming only to next generation. There's Godfall and there's Bug Snacks. Is Bug Snacks really a system seller? Really a those grand AAA? I mean, a lot of people are excited for Bug Snacks. Don't get me wrong, and that's great. If you are super excited for Bug Snacks, then yeah, awesome. But I'm talking about like those AAA experiences, like PS4 had Killzone. That was a huge AAA experience that really showcased. Like the first time you booted up Killzone on the PS4, man, that experience, that sprawling, city, and that it was the next generation experience, right? And I think the smaller titles that are coming out now, and like I said, most of those titles are available on your current system, on your current PlayStation 4. I don't think, in my opinion, that it's worth getting now. You can wait. You can definitely wait for more experiences to come around and still love your current system that you have. And if all you want is prettier graphics and faster load times, better frame rates, then perfect. Then yes, you should get one at launch. That is what you want. But my argument is that those experiences are not here yet. And I think the more I think about it, the more people say that this generation should have waited until next year because the games aren't ready yet, the experiences aren't ready yet. I think that holds true the more and closer we get to launch. I think this probably could have waited until next year to have those experiences come out. I'm excited that this hardware is here now, don't get me wrong, but it's not as exciting as previous console launches, in that those experiences, they're just those awe-inspiring experiences that truly make you say, this is next gen. Not just up-res, 4K, prettier, slightly faster, experiences. I don't think that is what equates to next gen, right? But what do you guys think? Do you guys put that down in the comments. Do you think that what we have now at launch, because we're just a few weeks away from launch, is 2020, we're in October, do you think that that's enough to purchase the next generation system and drop down that much money for Xbox Series X? And that's another thing, is the same thing for PS5 or Xbox Series X. There aren't enough experiences to really denote that it being a next gen experience. And yeah, you're gonna get Cyberpunk 2077, a really pretty 4K faster loading experience, but is that enough? Is that enough to drop into next gen at this time? Or can you wait? Are you happy with what you have now and the ecosystem and the experiences? If you are very into live services like Rainbow Six, Overwatch, Call of Duty, all those live services, they're gonna be the same experience whether you're on the PS4 or the PS5, right? So I don't think either system, Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5, have done a good enough job of convincing us to kind of adopt that right away, right? Because that software and those experiences aren't there. But I want to hear what you guys have to say. Put that down in the comments. Let's have a discussion here of, are you, regardless of the lack of software, are you still excited to buy a PS5? Or are you kind of on the fence now thinking that, yeah, the experiences aren't really there yet, and the very few games that are exclusive to next generation, they're not enough. It's not like we don't have the next gen Halo Infinite, or the next gen God of War, or the next gen Horizon. Like, we don't have these experiences yet. That's gonna take time to come around, and so 2021 will really be the year to get a next generation system. PS5 and Xbox Series X. Then we will see the true power of this new hardware unleashed. But let me know what you guys think. Let's have a discussion here, alright? And subscribe for more if you want to join in on the next discussion. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you hate my face, alright? I'll see you guys on the next chat. Peace.